Coming to you from the trenches of blue-collar America, the place where the wheels of America are kept turning and turning. It's the Blue Collar Success Network, hosted by blue-collar business coach, author, and speaker Jerry Eisenhower with CVC Coaching. Take it away, Jerry.
Hey, and thanks for joining me today. This is Jerry Eisenhower coming to you from Blue Collar Success Network. This is our podcast that we put out, beam across America, and what it's aimed for and the purpose is to give you and your blue-collar work crews, your service techs, your office staff, tools to use that are going to increase your profitability. They're going to lower your callbacks. They're going to make more sales. Isn't that all good stuff? I think so. So what we're going to talk about today, the subject matter today is one that I am just real excited about, and it's what we call the enthused customer. The enthused customer. So what is an enthused customer? An enthused customer is one that what they do after you've been there, they're going to go out and tell other people, you got to try my guy, or you got to call this gal at this company. The reason why is you have offered them such exceptional service. It's above and beyond what they get from anyone else this day and time. You see, what we commonly don't understand in the world of blue-collar service work for America's consumers, homeowners, is it's not really how much you charge. Rather, it is, did you deliver what I was expecting? Did you deliver me true value? Did you give me what I was looking for? That's where so many fail. You see, we got our mind out and we think the consumer's out here and all they're looking for is the lowest cost. Guess what? They're not. Do you realize today that over 60% of American consumers now want someone just like you to do their home maintenance work? They don't want to clean their own gutters. They don't even want to mow their own grass. They don't want to trim their own weeds. They don't want to spread their mulch. They sure don't want to work on their own plumbing, their own electrical systems. They sure don't want to clean their own chimneys. They don't want to get dirty. They've got other things in their life that they're looking for. And that's the service that you provide today. It's actually what can be called, as a friend of mine titled the book by, it's blue collar gold. Blue collar gold. See, that's what you're going for. You're offering services to the American consuming public that they're looking to have done around their homes. There's all kinds of home maintenance repair needs. And consumers, again, what are they looking for? They're looking for a customer that when they call, you are happy to hear from them. In other words, the phone rings and the customer knows this is someone that wants my business. So the first thing you got to look at in building enthused customers is, do you really sound happy when your customer calls? In other words, is it welcoming? Are you saying in your words, thank you. It is our pleasure to hear from you today. You don't have to say those exact words. You know how people are going to gauge it? They're going to gauge it from the tone of your voice. They're going to gauge it by, do you spend the time with them? Do you answer the questions they have? Many times a consumer may call you and say, hey, how much is it? Do you know why they ask you that? They have no idea what else to ask you. They don't know how to ask you, are you a good company? They don't know how to ask you, are you going to be here on time? They don't know how to ask you, are you going to fulfill your promise? They simply don't know how to do those type of things. From this point, what you have to do to build the enthused customer is build the relationship. And the relationship, think of it just like going into a restaurant. Do you like to go into a restaurant, be seated at a table, and the server doesn't give you any attention? You sit there. You're wanting to place the order. You're wanting to buy. But nobody seems to come and take your order. You're sitting there, you've got money in your pocket, your credit card's ready to charge, your credit card's ready to use. But the customer feels abandoned. Now, if we add to this a bad hostess coming in at this point, things are going to start going downhill. If you've went through these two experiences already, more than likely, no matter how good this meal is, the experience is not what you were expecting. And your feelings of this business are going to start going down. They're not going to be popular. They're not going to feel good. In other words, this company, this restaurant didn't make you feel good. Now, the next thing that happens is, remember, you're at the restaurant. Someone is telling you about how great this meal's going to be. They didn't just sit down in front of you and put it on the table. Rather, they explained it. One time I was at Opryland Hotel many years ago. An Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee served a special strawberry shortcake. And whenever the server described this special strawberry shortcake, it made you want to order it. Not only that, it made it taste better. And it was probably so good that you went out and told other people later, hey, you need to go to Opryland and order that strawberry shortcake. It was all about the experience. In all likelihood, it was no better than other strawberry shortcakes you'd had at many other places in your life. But because of everything that had been built into this strawberry shortcake, the taste was phenomenal. The whipped cream was exceptional. The strawberries, they were that much fresher. They had the taste. They were crisp. They had everything going for them. It was perfectly flavored. Well, you see, that's what the customer is looking for with you. So as your technicians go out and do the service work, they've got to explain to the customer and build on this relationship. See, here's what's going to happen. Your technician pulls into a home, and they're going to probably attempt to make a sale somewhere in here. It may be a minor sale. It could be a major sale of thousands of dollars, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. In order to make this purchase, this customer has to believe in that technician. Now remember, the customer service representative started this. She started building the relationship. And here's the hard, cold fact. When your technician pulls into that house and knocks on that door, do you realize they've got less than 2 minutes to build that relationship? It's going to depend on the tone of their voice, their actions, the eye contact, everything else. This is how you're going to build that enthused customer. Again, if they believe in you, if they bought you because of the relationship you built, then the cost of the repair, the upgrade, the product that you're going to sell them or attempt to sell them is actually immaterial. The customer is looking for value. They're looking that this is going to do what you promise it will do. And see, that's how you continue with building the enthused customer. After you're done, are the customer's questions answered? How have you thanked this customer? How do you get all of these things out? It's all going to be from a key skill. The key skill is your technicians need to listen. They need to learn to listen. Many times we don't understand what our customers really want. What our customers want, again, what they want is value. They want someone that's going to show up at the time they say. They want someone that's not going to wreck their household. They want someone that's going to sell them something that later on it is such an exhilarating experience that they got to tell others. And then the whole hope is that they go out and make testimonials for you. You see, there's this real great thing going on. We have a new country in this world today, and a lot of people aren't aware that this country even exists. This country is now the third largest country in the world. The third largest. This country is called Facebook. Social media. You see, what happens is, in today's world, this is the front porch of America that we used to sit on in the evenings. We used to sit out on our streets and we watched our neighbors walk by. We went to church and we had our social settings. And in today, the social setting is social media. And right now, just about every customer that you have is on social media, some of them more than others. Last night, I watched a couple at dinner, and during the entire dinner, the man never put his telephone down the entire time. He held his telephone, his smartphone, in his left hand, and he ate with his right hand. It was amazing. There was no conversation between them. And where so many of us were guilty of this today. But if we realize this, we can take advantage of this. We take advantage of this because this is where our community dwells. Who's our community? Our community is the people that are our potential customers, our potential clients. Our community are the people that we sell our services to. You see, you're probably marketing. You're using various ways to build your business, and this is what we call fishing for suspects. You see, out there in the real world, all around you, is a large group of people. This group of people we're going to classify as suspects. They are suspects to turn into prospects. As you build your enthused customers, these enthused customers are going to become a marketing army for you. This marketing army is going to be telling all kinds of people about the great job that you did. You see, this is a hard fact that we've all got to be aware of. If you tell people how great you are, that's considered bragging. But if others say how great you are, that becomes the gospel truth. It becomes a truth, and that's what we call a testimonial. You see, what you're doing whenever you are building enthused customers, you are building this army of people, an unpaid army of marketeers that are going to carry your message forth. They're going to tell others. Now, you may be in a market and you may be in an industry that has all kinds of competition. You're a plumber. Guess what? There's lots of plumbers in most towns. There's HVAC contractors. But there's other businesses that people are not using as readily. Some examples are gutter cleaning companies, window cleaning companies, chimney sweeps. There's all kinds of home service maintenance contractors that have not moved up to that level of consumer acceptance. Consumer acceptance means that people believe in what you provide as a vital part of their home service maintenance programs. You are the people that keep it going for them. Now, building the enthused customer, it's going to relate to how did you communicate with them after you left, after it got done with. How did you follow up with them? And most of all, how do you stay in touch? You see, you spend a lot of money. It may be through your websites. It may be through newspaper, yellow pages. You may be spending money on Angie's List, home contractors, whatever. There's all types of ways that you're spending your marketing money. You spend a lot of money to make that telephone ring. You spend a lot of money to get an initial introduction to that customer. You spend a lot of money casting out for those suspects, turning them into prospects, moving them into customers, because that's where commerce begins. But what are you doing to keep that person engaged? How do you make them remember you? If you're married and you're traveling, I'll bet you're probably telling someone you love them quite often. You're probably calling your wife today and saying, hey, well, you know what? Your customers have got to know you love them too. And they're only going to know that if you make the strides to stay in touch with this customer. So you want to build your business to a new level. You want to raise your profits. Then one of the skills, one of the methods that you've got to engage all of your people in is how to build enthused customers. Building enthused customers gives you that army of marketeers, that army of salespeople. And what this army is going to do is they're going to take you and your business to an entirely new level. This is going to give you a business that gives you a return. A return is profit. Your business doesn't exist just to deliver you a salary. The business has got to deliver profit also. And profit is where the value of your business is going to be gauged. Are you going to run this business for the rest of your life? Or is the day going to come that you want to sell this business? But when you sell the business, the value is always gauged on the numbers. No one is going to buy the business unless it has good returns, high profits, good ROI. That's a return on the investment. So take this advice from Jerry here at Blue Collar Success Network. We broadcast our message out across America and across the world. And hey, what we want to do is help you realize your business dreams. You know those dreams you had the day you started your business, if it was last year or many years ago. You had a dream. Isn't it time to turn those dreams into reality? Thanks for joining us again today, and we look forward to you joining us on the next episode of the Blue Collar Success Network.
Thanks for joining us here at the Blue Collar Success Network, sponsored by CVC Coaching and hosted each week by coach, speaker, and author Jerry Eisenhower. For more information on the services provided by Jerry and CVC Coaching, look them up at cvccoaching.com. Our mission here at Blue Collar Success Network is to help blue-collar pros like you turn your business dreams into your business realities. Let's talk.